pushed the button.
The button is pushed. I can tell when you've pushed the button because my name comes in along the bottom there, which is useful sometimes. I've got my name. Anyway, welcome to Ladies What Pod, Series 2, Episode 5. I'm a bit tired. I'll explain why later. So Episode 5, and we are the Ladies What Pod, and I am Liz Saunders, and I am still the chairman of the Supporters Club. And I am also still the chief halo, as far as I know, waiting for the coup at any time, waiting for the axe to fall, somebody else take it over. But that's still the situation. And I'm general all-round rugby geek and Nors, I think the current word is for the sort of knowledge I have. And Mrs. Jones, you are?
I am Mrs. Jones, correct. Yes, I'm Claire Jones.
She is Mrs. Jones, yeah.
And I'm still on the edge of the fence, and I'm still wearing a red hat, and I still have a camera stuck to my face, which is actually this weekend has been stuck to my face an awful lot, but more
a lot.
Yes. So I live just north of Cambridge, and yes, it's been a bit busy on the camera front. Now I owe Mrs. Saunders an apology.
She does.
And I've now got a new list, a checklist that I have to go through before we pod.
Yeah.
Because if
Get rid of that 70s reverb.
Liz sounds like she did last week. And
yeah, nobody needs to hear me more than once.
No. But I have to say, the GoPro footage, on the other hand, was a triumph.
Well, it was something else, really, wasn't it? Comedy gold at times, unintentionally.
Yes, I think everybody enjoyed the GoPro footage, apart from Lewis.
Lewis.
Feedback from Lewis. Yes, at the Blakiston challenge, Lewis gave me grief over us giving him grief over the voice activated GoPro, and he explained that his GoPro isn't voice activated. Well, we've got the posh one.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
The posh one.
Yeah.
That's voice activated, Lewis.
And Lewis, if you have learnt nothing from that, never take on women of a certain age. There's so much anger. And not giving a complete nutter, flying, whatever. So just don't bother.
Excellent.
And Lewis, we love you, really.
Yes, we love Lewis a lot. And Lewis was very busy on Friday, particularly. Now, what I would say is we've also had some feedback from the horses.
Oh, have we? Good.
Yes. So the horses apparently are spending a lot more time in the field.
Oh.
So the mucking out process isn't take
as long.
So the slightly shorter episodes are going down very well at the moment. So we're very pleased that the horses are, enjoying the.
I'm happy for the horses. Wouldn't like to upset the horses. I'd like to meet the horses.
No, I don't want to upset the horses. Anyway. Right. So it is still the off season, and last week was week 6 of Saints pre-season. I don't know what it was for Bedford Blues, but they were well into their pre-season as well. More of that shortly. And week 6, at the end of week 6 in particular, means only one thing.
Yes.
The Blakiston challenge. The Blakiston challenge, which many of you will have seen, unless you've been living under a rock. It was won by Toby Thame.
Young Toby Thame. Yeah.
Young Toby Thame, sporting a very Sergeant Wilson style moustache, I thought. Yes, he did very well last year, but clearly wanted to win it because he basically went after it big style. Now, for those of you,
can I just interject? You have seen a pattern to this, though, haven't you? When somebody gets picked at the post, and they then plan meticulously for 12 months. Well, how am I going to win it?
Yes. So the ones that win it have a plan. and they usually develop the plan having just been beaten by the previous person. So, for instance, last year's winner, Archie McParland, was annoyed because he got beaten by Finn. So he worked out a plan of how he was going to win it, and Julie did so. Didn't defend his title.
Oh, he managed to get out of it, did he?
Yes, he got some stick, unsurprisingly. But one of the people he picked to the post, Toby Thame, had a plan. And so there is clearly, I don't know, because this year I actually said to Tom Bullock, the head of S&C, I said, we've never had a photo finish. We've never had literally, it was very close this year. And it was our new scrum half, academy scrum half, Aidan Pugh, that came in second. He was winning until the sack. I say the sack race. That sounds like they're bouncing.
Bouncing.
That really doesn't do it justice.
No, that would be another element.
That would be another. If I show you what you're actually doing, there we go. Here is Callum Chick, who
in some pain, I would suggest.
Well, that's the 50-kilogram bag, and you can see in the background Sammy G's going, "Thank God it's not me," because he's already done it. But Callum was really he was really up for it. But you can see how hot it was. He was absolutely melting. It was an incredibly hot day. So for those of you who don't know what the Blakiston Challenge is, it's a race and it happens at the end of pre-season, and it's made up of three major parts. There's a cross-country run, which I think is 2.5k. Then there is an exercise where you're carrying one 50-kilo bag and four 30-kilo bags 100 metres down a hill. You have to do it one at a time. And then you have to carry them back up the hill. And it's quite a hill. It's not a little hill. It's quite a big hill. And then you go back out and repeat. I think it's a slightly longer, but you repeat the 2.5k run-ish. Yeah. Running past the sheep.
I'd say my brain's just gone. I can't even start to. No, it's shut down. The thought just shut down. Oh, lunacy.
Now, it would be hard if you were doing it in sensible temperatures, but in 30-degree heat, it was brutal. It was brutal. 25 players, I think, around 25 players competed in it. We had lots of people who weren't there, of course. One was at a wedding, so I think that's fairly, legitimate reason not for being there. But quite a few, obviously, are the returnees from the Lions, and one of whom's won it, and England weren't there, so they wouldn't have competed. One person who is very well known in the squad and very well known in the world of rugby now has never competed in it. Let's see if Liz works out who it is. He's never done it.
Henry.
Correct. Because he's always been either on
tour.
Or he's he wasn't in the squad, so he's never done it.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I always regard it as an exercise in the coaches do it too. Yeah, so they lead by example, and the coach who won it this year was Mr. Phil Dowson, because he is an animal when it comes to this thing. Paul Larkin and Lenny Newman were there, and I had a quick chat with Larks and said, what do you think? And he went, I've never seen it, but it's terrifying. And then he went, as we're watching people, chugging up the hill and chugging back down the hill in the walled garden, and then he said, I am so glad. He said, because if Wayne Smith had had anything like this when I was a coach, he would have made me and Lenny do it. And I went,
Oh yes.
ooh, that would have been
Oof. Carnage. Carnage.
carnage. Yeah. Lenny just looked absolutely stunned by what he was. It's only when it is a privilege to be there. It really is a privilege to be there.
And I would have thought the suggestion that he might have had to do it at some time, even in his youth, would have made him ashen faced. I think I could just.
Radders, of course, who's done his bicep. Basically, they had some. In the physio's room, they have those benches where they do running repairs or massages or whatever.
Yeah.
And they put them out just in case they needed them. Radders was treating it like a sun lounger. So he was just taking in some rays, watching the scene.
Lying around like some sort of Greek statue. Yeah.
Yeah. Jacko Peanut was just watching with amazement as his props, all these forwards were trundling up and down, and he was filming bits of it. He was very keen to film Bestie and Dallas doing it, so he was taking it all on board. Dr. Jones was there, half the IT department, because Dallas kindly let me have a second lens because I can't be in two places at once. And Tim was excited to be there last year, so Dallas is comfortable that Tim understands the protocol because he had his shirt presentation. Do you remember for all the work that he did?
Oh yes, yeah.
So Dr. Jones's job was to help assist me because I can't be in two places at once. The problem with the Blakiston challenges is too many elements to it. There's a start, which is started by Kev and the hunting horn. More of the hunting horn shortly.
More of the hunting horn, yeah.
As they charge off across the field. And then, of course, you've got to go from the walled garden to the finish to get them coming back. So you have to be all over the shop. So between Tim and I, we share it. So as a result, Dr. Jones got to talk to some of the newbies. And he was talking to one JJ Van der Mesht, your favourite, yes?
Why? Well, I wouldn't say it's my favourite because I don't want anyone to think I've got favourites. He just mesmerises me because he is, he is so ridiculously, humongously tall. And I am not. At all.
We do need to see the two of you together properly.
We do need to have that photo.
We need to have that photo. Yeah. So JJ was saying that already he is so impressed with how he's being looked after because, of course, he's going through a fairly intensive pre-season. And he said the difference between the Saints and his experience in France is just miles apart. The way the players are looked after and the attention to detail that the Saints have. So he says he's already feeling the benefits of probably Jason Civil making him run up and down a lot. So
I've seen Jason making people run up and down a lot. He's a lovely man, but makes them work hard.
And he was one of those that did the Blakiston on Friday. He did as part of the coaches race. Jason did it. Ben Rhodes's job. So there is a long drag. I'll see if while I'm talking, I'll get some photos. There is a long drag up to the house where the finish line is.
Yeah.
And Ben's job seemed to be basically help people up the hill that needed help. So Kath Lester, who's the club doctor, would send one of the S&C guys out to, if needs be, escort somebody home. And Ben's job was to escort them home. Hold on, let's see if I can. So Dr. Jones's observation was that Ben probably ran the furthest of anybody because he ran down the hill several times. He was. Is this Ben? No, that's Izzy. Izzy was doing it as well. Douse was probably about 50 metres from the finish line, helping people. So Douse took it upon himself to how can I put it? Encourage. I don't know whether you want to be greeted by your boss,
As
while
you're dying.
as you're dying. Oh, actually, there's one person we need to recognise, and actually, his father Matt will be very pleased to see this. It's
Oh,
Mr.
yes.
It's Mr. Dependable, and I was instructed to make sure I got a photograph of him smiling. Well, he's not
Smiling.
smiling. He's not crossing the finish line. It's Tom Litchfield, and Tom
Yeah.
holds the record for the number of times he's competed in the Blakiston Challenge. He's done it 6 times, which is every year he's been part of the squad. So he holds the record. There's nobody else that's done it. So well done, Tom. And as you can see here, I think it's more a grimace than a smile, but
That's
it's,
definitely.
yeah,
That's just fighting for air, I
it's
feel.
like, please give me oxygen. um, but yes, so it was fiercely competitive. Oh, there are some people who are very brave, and this guy I think deserves a medal. Literally deserves a medal for what he did. Now, if you think about it, he suffered his injury in January, I think it was, and he's had major shoulder reconstruction.
Oh, yes. George.
And you can actually see the scar on his shoulder. I was astonished that he did it, but he was absolutely determined to do it. And fair dues, lad.
And in that heat, and being ginger. Whoa,
heat.
that is something.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He was actually cutting a dash before the race in a bucket hat, the Saints bucket hat. So,
okay.
Yes. So the Ginger Ninja absolutely took part. So well done him. Now I'm going to see if I can get a picture of Ben, because I think Ben deserves recognition for running up and down that hill in the heat.
Ben deserves recognition just for dealing with stroppy injured rugby players.
That's true.
With an amount of patience that I don't think I'd have.
There we go. Here he is. Here is Ben. Here is Ben with the Ginger Ninja. And this hill is a proper hill. It's none of your rubbish. It's not a rubbish hill. Yeah. And he went up and down that hill.
Yeah, that is a hill. That is a hill. You can see that's a hill.
Yeah, that is a hill.
Yeah.
Yes. So there is something that we need to do at some point, which is to find out why. Now, this is what I'll do is I'll hello. We've got to find out why this gentleman has something on his. Here he is. Right. You recognise him? He's missing something. It's Luke Green, and he hasn't got his tash anymore.
No, it's not. Doesn't look anything. No,
he's missing his tash. He's missing his tash.
Yes. But did he have a full beard?
No, he might have had some stubble, but he definitely had a tash. So for some reason, and I did notice this the other day when at training, he has the letters PIG.
Yeah, we noticed that. We noticed that, didn't we? Yes. At his request.
At his request, and the nickname that they were shouting, "Come on, breeder." So I don't know whether he's a pig farmer or what's going on.
Oh,
yeah. Anyway,
we need to find out. We'll keep you posted. Unless anybody else wants to keep us posted.
Yes, but well done.
Put the comments,
because props aren't designed for running around like this in 30 degrees heat. But yes, so it is an honour to actually be allowed to watch it, and of course I'll just put up the winner because we ought to recognise him. There we go. Oh, hello. There he is. For those of you on Spotify, I've been showing a lot of photos, so that's why. Here he is.
There he is.
And his claim to fame is he's the first player to win the Blakiston Challenge and be able to play the hunting horn.
Yeah. Well done, Toby.
Well done, Toby. Now, you might say, why is it involving a hunting horn? They came up with the idea of a hunting horn because Freddie Blakiston was a huntsman. So,
yes.
Because he was a huntsman, they have a hunting horn. And you are awarded the hunting horn by... Now, these days, it is... Hold on, let me just move it across. By Edward Jeans, son of Michael. Michael sadly passed away last year. Michael was the nephew, and therefore Edward is the great nephew of the great man. And the honours board gets taken down, as you can see. Here it is. Here's the honours board, and there's Toby with his prize. And it's lovely that a member of the family. Still actually award the prize. And you're pleased to hear Edward always brings his two sons who've been coming a while now, so they're fully immersed in the story of Blakiston.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. I bet he loved being hugged by a very sweaty Toby Thame.
I think he's used. Actually, that is a dry T-shirt.
It's okay then.
Where that I took of Toby when he was with. Hold on, let's see. That T-shirt.
Oh yes.
Definitely wasn't.
No.
Yes, because he was very keen. Rhodesy, as his nickname, gave him a big hug because he. What we haven't said, and really we should have done, is between last year's Blakiston and this year's Blakiston, Toby underwent. He had a very severe leg injury. I think it was a knee injury, and he's had to work incredibly hard to get back. So to go all the way through that rehab that he had to go through,
and to then win this, that's impressive.
It's extraordinary. It's an amazing performance. So well done, Toby. And Rhodesy helped him get through it. Hence why I suggested that it would be good if we got a photograph of the two of them together. And
that's really nice.
Ben was very pleased. Ben Rhodes. Ben is a superstar. Ben is a man who has to be very patient with his charges.
As we know.
Yeah, so the Blakiston this year, I would say, certainly the hottest and one of the most fiercely fought out, I think. But for many players, so Dowd did actually ask Tom Bullock, should we move the timing because of the heat? To which Mr. Bullock's acerbic response was, "Oh, Freddie Blakiston couldn't change the time, could he?"
Well, no,
excuse me, could you not bomb me now? For those of you who don't know the story, Blakiston.
Bit warm.
It's a bit warm. Can we do a different time?
It's all the same to you. It's all the same to you, the Hun. Could we just change? Could we rearrange this fixture?
Not bomb me at this time because it's it's a bit inconvenient. Yes,
I'm having a sherry.
Well done, Tom. Top work. Yes. So.
Yes, we're going to explain the story of the Blakiston of Freddie Blakiston.
The Blakiston challenge is that is he in the Royal Artillery? He's in the Royal something or other. He's in.
I don't know where my copy of the book's gone. I haven't got the copy. Book's gone.
So, and I'm going to show my ignorance, but basically, his mule train which was carrying armaments and goods to his
supply. He was on
the line. and a place called Dranutra Road, which
We've been
Liz and
there. It was
Liz and I went to with Graham McKechnie as part of a visit to the battlefields in 2020, just before a certain shutdown.
yeah.
And I'm just typing in there. There
I
we go.
found it. I found my book.
She's found her book. Good, good. And Freddie Blakiston was one of the all-time greats. He is a British and Irish Lion, an England player, and obviously played for the Saints. But he won the he won. What did he win? He won. Which medal did he win? Did he won the George
I'll tell
Cross?
you.
Didn't he? I think he won the George. No, he's won the Military Cross.
Military cross. Military cross. I'm here. Right.
Cross.
So
And he won the Royal Field Artillery. And,
he was.
yes. And so there's a famous event right at the end of the war, I think.
Yes. September 1918.
September 1918. There you go. It was right at the end of the war, and his drivetrain was attacked by the Germans at Dranutra Road. They were at the top of a hill. He was at the bottom of the hill. And he was awarded the Military Cross for rescuing men and munitions from the carnage that had happened. He and another chap rescued, were incredibly brave, rescuing people and armaments.
So they had to carry the men and drag the ammunitions away. So hence the sack carrying and the running and
So Lord Freddie Blakiston is a yes.
Oh, and he's quite a character worth reading up on.
Yeah, he's quite. Yes, didn't he once get arrested in Regent Street for being Larry? Anyway.
Something. There's quite a lot. I don't think he'd get far in today's Me Too movement or anything else. To be honest, he'd be cancelled quite quickly. But hell of a character of his time, I feel.
Of his time. But I did say to Henry, actually, I did say you and Blakiston would have got on. So before Henry went off to be a lion, I did say to him, go and find out about Blakiston.
Yes, yeah.
Because you and he have a lot in common.
Not the inappropriate behaviour, we hope, but
not the inappropriate behaviour, but the larger than life character.
Yeah.
Oh. So my camera,
you've gone blank.
My camera's overheated. So I'm going to stop. Hold on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, end recording. We'll be back. I pushed the button again, so my poor little camera's having a senior moment. But anyway, right. So it's basically telling us to get on with it.
It is. Yes. So Blakiston challenge.
What we're going to do is we do actually have footage of Toby playing the hunting horn, which we're going to put at the end of this video. So do listen to the end, because Dr. Jones filmed the moment. Right.
So moving on, Friday. So that was part of Friday for you. Friday night, then you were busy again.
Friday night I was busy. It was Dean Adamson's testimonial. And a beginning of a year of events to celebrate the champs.
Yeah. Year of event. Yeah.
Highest try scorer and long servant of Bedford Blues Rugby Club, Dean Adamson. He walks onto the pitch with his newborn baby. It was very sweet. And I think the best photos of the day were taken by Simon, one of the other photographers at Bedford Blues. Just push a button. There we go. He took some lovely photographs of Deano and his youngster walking onto the pitch, receiving the plaudits. Do get behind Dean's testimonial. If you look up Deano's testimonial, it'll come up. There are going to be events throughout the year. There's going to be a dinner and golf day. But Friday was the equivalent of the old testimonial game that used to happen at the end of the season. Bedford used one of their pre-season friendlies. This time it was against Blackheath to fundraise for Deano.
Excellent.
Now, Liz couldn't be there for, as we said last week, for family reasons, but also because there was a restraining order on her being there.
Well, yeah, not exactly, but there should be. Yeah, because the referee was
Carl Dixon.
everybody's favourite, Carl Dixon.
Carl
Yeah.
Dixon.
Somebody did ask me about what's the name of the referee that makes somebody, a player's father, swear a lot. And I went, oh, that'd be Carl Dixon. Which, oh, that's it. That's who it is. So, yes. So it's not just me. It's
No,
not just me.
he didn't let us down. We had some pretty random refereeing decisions. So yes. We also had a nasty injury at the start of the second half, and lovely messages from Blackheath Rugby. Andy Boy, who used to play for Bedford and now plays for Blackheath, the medical staff, they sent a lovely message to the club about the support and help that Bedford gave to get him to hospital and sorted out. He's on the mend, so
Oh,
which is good
good.
to hear. But
Oh.
there was some lovely messages from Blackheath. It was a competitive game. What I would say is Bedford scored some fantastic tries, including one from Billy Pascoe. Remember that name?
Yeah.
I'd have had Billy competing in the well up there in the Blakiston Challenge if he hadn't been playing. The other two were playing with Jack Lawrence and Sonny Tongaweer. They were all on the bench and came in the second half. I think all three. Sonny was enjoying himself just pushing people over. He was like, there were people just falling over like nine pins as he carried the
And
ball.
actually, I think probably playing for Bedford with Fred Tuolangi will do Sonny a power of good. Actually,
Yeah.
I could see some of Fred's enthusiasm. Yeah, he's the right sort of person for Sonny? I think
Yeah.
with a similar dynasty behind him as well. I think it'd be good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be great. So yes, so I think Blues scored some lovely tries. More work required on the defence. Anyway, yes. So it was a lovely evening, and bumped into a few people that said they're coming along to the pod. So
Excellent. Tickets may still be available. We don't know. We haven't checked, but
we haven't checked, but we're so delighted that so many of you are coming along.
Yeah.
Genuinely, we're really
so excited.
We're going to be surrounded by friends, and it's going to be a hoot. So yes, yes, it was a lovely evening. I took loads of photographs, and I spent all weekend wading my way through either Blakiston photos or Deano testimonial photos. So it was a bit of a busy one for me too.
But whilst we're on the subject of photos, this segues beautifully into 4 of your photos are in an exhibition.
Yes, so
you wondered where I was going there, didn't you? Where's she off to with this?
Oh, where's she gone? Very good. Very good. Because we have
got. I'm practiced at this now.
You are. You are. So there is an exhibition at the Northampton Museum and Art Gallery opposite the Derngate in Guildhall.
Lola's Bar, indeed.
Lola's Bar. Yeah, 27th August, 8 p.m. Called Scrum, and it features photographs from, I think, across the county. I noticed there were quite a few junior women's teams photographers as well as the senior stuff. I have some photos. Liz will recognise 2 of them because she was there when we took them. They're from the media day. Remember we did the girl band photos?
Oh, yes.
Some of
that was fun.
Photos. Yeah, they were great fun. So it's a great exhibition. So, it's on till November, but don't leave it that long. Go and have a look. I'll be going out and have a look, probably just before I do the ladies' watch live. And yes, I have charged fees for the photos to appear, and all the money is going to the wheelchair rugby.
Excellent.
So nice little.
So whilst we're dealing with Scrum, because it's for the Women's World Cup, let's talk about the Women's World Cup. They had their launch of It's All Happening, first game at the Stadium of Light, isn't it, on Friday night is the opening game, and then the double header at the Gardens on Sunday. And I think the volunteers, the people who are doing the the equivalent of haloing and the pack. When sort of had a meet up this week, end of last week sometime. So that's all in place. That's very exciting. So the behind the back of what's the word? Behind the scenes team at the gardens are really working frantically hard to make sure this goes off to the usual gardens standards. So
Well,
more power to your elbow.
except for one, I don't know if there are others, but I know of one where it'd be different. So
Different.
Kev was telling me that Andy Miller
Ooh.
has been asked to mow his pitch differently from how he'd mow it for a Saints game.
Oh,
I think it's something to do
how?
with the stripes. So everybody keep your eyes peeled and have a look and see what's
See,
going on with the stripes.
well, I'll be looking at the stripes now.
Yes, yeah.
Are they going to go up and down instead of across?
Well, who
They normally
knows?
go up. Oh, I'm intrigued now. Oh, they'll be diagonal, a sort of checkerboard effect.
Well, they're going to have some sort of RWC logo cut into them, and he's got to do it with scissors. You know.
I will feedback. We can discuss that when we're live. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Because I will be there on Sunday in the crowd, being
Excellent.
quiet.
I will be in front of the telly.
So let's stick with the women's game and Lugabuga Lightning, Loughborough Lightning. So they had a pre-season sesh at Buckingham at the weekend. Don't know how that went. I think there's some photos up.
Had a session with the United States last week that the fabulous Stu Vincent photographed.
He did, yeah.
So they're obviously using their pre-season, and the States are using their warm-up. So it was behind closed doors. It wasn't open training. But it would have been useful for both. Yes, at Buckingham it was on, and then they've got their first cup game. Is it this weekend?
This weekend, yeah, up at Loughborough,
and yes. So
and they have a new captain, which we're really chuffed for, aren't we?
We're very chuffed.
We're very, very chuffed because
we're very chuffed, and she's just behind you.
She's behind me. Wait, there she is.
There
Daisy.
she is. Yes.
The lovely Daisy Hibbert Jones is the new skipper. Very wise move, I think, because she's just so much fun. She's such a lovely, lovely young lady, and great sense of humour, and I was to say, but yeah. You wouldn't want to mess with her, would you? I wouldn't, anyway.
No, you wouldn't want to mess with her. Funny enough, had a similar conversation with my daughter. You wouldn't want to mess with Sadia Kabaya either, who I learned.
No, you wouldn't. Well, none of them, to be honest.
Well, but yes. And Miss J was. I think I'm going to have to stop calling her Miss J soon, aren't I?
Soon, you've got a few more weeks of that, and then
weeks, and then it'll be Mrs. C. Because she is. Anyway, she was saying that she's really, really chuffed to see that the Red Roses have got a partnership with Barbie.
Yeah, that was awesome. Really, really good. Whoever came up with that, hats off to you. Brilliant. Brilliant.
We were discussing said things, and I said, well, you wouldn't want to mess with Sadia Kabaya. And Becca went, but Sadia is my favourite player. And I went, really? Yes. So there you go. And so I think she's going out and getting the T-shirt that Sadia was sporting in the adverts. So there you go.
All right. Oh, she's up there. She's one of my favourite players. I love watching her play. But yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Brilliant player.
So well done to all the women, and looking forward to probably seeing some of them on Sunday. Right, so that's them.
And then we've got news. We've got news of an old friend.
We have news. We do have news of an old friend, and we're so pleased because there had been no news of this old friend, and suddenly it's been announced that our old friend Matt Ferguson has a new post. Sadly, not with us, with Harlequins. So well done to Matt, and we look forward to bumping into you on the touchline.
For a hug.
At Queen's Games for a hug, yeah. And I'm so pleased that it's got somewhere.
And his new role,
And
he's a transition coach. So that's the role of taking their academy from their academy through to the first team. I think more and more teams are realising that
how important that is.
It's so important, and it's something that clearly Saints and Matt will have had experience of.
Yeah.
Saints investing. Yeah. So absolutely blooming brilliant that he's back in the sport so soon. So congratulations, Matt.
So they've got a gem there. So well done, Quins, for scooping him up. So that's good. Yeah. What else do we have? We got something that I said. I don't know why we're giving him airtime, but you wanted to mention him. So I don't know. You deal with it. I can't be.
A Welshman's come back from the NFL and is now with Bristol Bears.
Yeah, there you go. That's it then.
What I would say, Bristol Bears are featured on the BBC this weekend. You wouldn't have seen it because you wouldn't have watched their baseball coverage, but they were. Yes, they were doing things with Major League Baseball at Bristol Bears. So there you go.
Oh, okay, good for them. Well done, Bristol Bears. That's
well done, Bristol Bears. Yes, you picked the wrong club, MLB, but there you go. Particularly as I think Dow's is a bit of a Boston Red Sox fan who lost last night. I'm very cross with them because they lost.
Okay.
Interestingly, complete aside.
When you say interestingly, go on.
Complete aside, Boston are one of the teams that have a transition path from what they call AAA. Oh. You can start at A and then you go to AA and then you go to AAA and then you end up in the Major League. And they actually have a transition path that is regarded as one of the best in baseball for getting youngsters into the major leagues. And they've got kids as young as 21 who are absolutely. There's a guy called Roman Anthony. Roman, wait for it. Just to shut your ears, all the youngsters, all the 21-year-olds in the Saints squad. Roman secured a $150 million contract 2 weeks ago.
How much?
150 million for a 21-year-old.
Well, that's not going to spoil him, is it? In any way, shape, or form. Moving on. Moving on. Southern Hemisphere rugby.
Well, we have to mention this because Razzie Erasmus is. I'm sorry, Razzie, all your games, and we talked about his nonsense with the scrum at the restart the other day. Razzie has been held up as some guru of rugby that, has led South Africa to the promised land so that they will never be toppled off their crown, their perch.
And a lot of South Africans giving the Lions grief because they'd lost the final test to the worst Australian side ever seen.
Yeah,
and what happened? Yeah.
Yes. 38 unanswered points later, the bomb squad in pieces.
Yeah, so there we go.
I felt sorry for Cobus. He's the only one, because as a former Saint, I didn't like seeing that. But, oh, how we laughed.
How we laughed. So the South Africans were beaten by the worst ever Australian side. There you go then. These things happen. Right. I can only point you towards, was it not the 9 o'clock news and a song they did about South Africans? But that's not true because we have one or two nice South Africans.
Well, yes. So Dr. Jones remarked that we have quite a few Afrikaans speakers in the squad. And I said, well, we'd lost two.
Keep the count up.
Yeah, we kept the count going. Yes. Yeah. He was much taken with Mr. Van der Mesch.
With JJ. Was he? Oh, good. Yes. Good. I can't wait to meet him in person. Whether he ever knows that he's met me, we'll just be like, I met a gnat today.
Oh, the other thing I did at the Blakiston was I spoke to Tone. I spoke to Anthony.
Oh, you spoke to Tone? And good. Did he do the Blakiston?
No, he didn't do it either. I don't know particularly. You don't like to pry because just in case there are bits falling off.
Do you not think there was a bit of Gaelic? Qu'est-ce que c'est là? Oh no.
Well, they were all the newbies if they were doing it were stood watching in horror. So, you know.
Yeah. I think that's probably. There's no way that is so Anglo-Saxon and stupid. I'm not doing that. I suspect in French was the
And he
thought.
is. So the thing he's most looking forward to, everybody, because he said, of course, he said, I have played at the Gardens. I said, I know, I was there. And I said, just wait until the crowd is on your side. And he said, oh, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing I am most looking forward to.
Oh, so we've got to make sure that we really
Loads
give
of
him a
noise,
big
everybody.
welcome.
And
Loads of
Anthony,
noise for
and well, all
Tone.
the newbies want to welcome, but Anthony
Yeah,
he's clearly built up in his mind that yes,
this is going to
just
be
wait
something
till they
else.
were on your side rather than shouting the opposition. Yes,
Yeah,
and he said, "Oh no, I can't wait." So he's really
that's
enjoying
awesome.
this. Lovely man. So
Good.
yes. Right. So this week I've only got one job this week related to rugby. I am going to Bedford to do their headshot.
Yeah. The
And
reason why she's only got one job is because Saints are on holiday for a week.
yes, so in week 7 of pre-season, they all go on as holidays, and I think the England boys will be back.
We'll be back
Week.
when they come back. Yeah,
And then a couple of weeks after that, we'll see the Lions boys. So we're not long away. Yes, I think the week of mobs is the week that the Lions boys come back.
Right. Yeah.
Come
roaring back. I suppose they'll come roaring back.
Yes.
And we think we might see Mr. Miller Mills as well next week, don't we?
Yes,
week,
we think
with the England boys.
Yes, he'll be back at the same time. So gradually, we're going to be back to full strength. So
excellent.
It's very exciting. So I think that was.
That's it.
Episode 5.
Series 2. I have to keep putting in series 2 because I just think it's hysterical that we've got this far. Series 2, episode 5.
Series 3 just to catch people out. No, it's still series 2. Don't get confused. Yes.
No, don't get confused. So the next week, obviously, we're doing live pod.
Yes, we're doing the live
on Wednesday.
We are in.
So
we won't be doing a normal pod. We'll be doing the live pod.
No, we're doing the live pod.
I am going to be in negotiation with the IT department, or one half of it, about filming it.
Yeah,
I think we should find somewhere, even if we just capture a little bit of the mood. We should film some of it. And so so if you see anything, it'll be towards the end of the week after the Ladies What Pod live. We're really
the Wednesday.
Really looking forward. Oh no!
So looking forward to it. What?
He said it again.
Oh, you've gone again. Oh well, that's it then. So while she's gone all green, we'll call it a halt, and we will see a lot of you next week at the Derngate, and the rest of you will catch up with you soon. Bye now.
Bye. Bloody hell! It's because this room is absolutely boiling, and I stupidly just left it. Yeah.